My God, I hate drugs.
President Rodrigo Duterte visits the wake of the late retail magnate Henry C. Sr. Photographs from Malacanang show the president talking to the family of Mr. C. at the Heritage Memorial Park in Taguig City yesterday. Some members of the cabinet joined President Duterte during the visit. Henry C. Sr. passed away in his sleep Saturday morning. He was 94. Voters in the South trooped to polling centers today as part of a referendum to ratify a law creating a new Muslim autonomous region. Our Trisha Tirada is now in Maguindanao for the latest. Trisha, what can you tell us from your end?
Well, Cherry, right at the time, very slight motion because has already arrived here at the polling center in the Simway Elementary School. Well, the place has been busier and more crowded than how it was since it opens its doors past 7 this morning. Well, the crowd that you can see behind me is actually also, aside from the arrival of the Chairman Ibrahim, they're actually busy looking for their names before they could actually vote. Well, we've been observing the conduct of the plebiscite, and so far it's going okay, at least as far as that part where voters would actually cast their votes. It only slows down a bit once they've already casted their votes and submit their ballots, because the plebcom will have to verify and counter-check first their identities with the ballot entries that they have submitted. And just like in any other election, the plebcom drops an indelible ink after they cast their vote. And right now, like what we've been talking about earlier, Chairman Murad has already arrived here at the Simway Elementary School, and he is now undergoing the process of casting his vote. In a bit, we will try to get him to get more information about his thoughts about this ongoing plebiscite and reaction on the seeming attempts to disrupt peace, especially in Cotabato City, while the plebiscite is ongoing. Sherry?
Okay, thank you very much, Trisha Tirada, for that update from Maguindanao. What is at stake in today's political exercise in Mindanao? Cheska Buencamino tells us more.
President Rodrigo Duterte signed the Bangsamoro Organic Law, or the BOL, in July 2018. The BOL, now officially called the Organic Law for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, is the result of decades-long peace negotiations between the government and rebel groups in Mindanao, particularly the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. The BOL abolishes the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, established in 1989, as some officials earlier called it a failure because of supposed corruption and mismanagement. The BOL creates the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARMM. Its territorial coverage will be determined in separate plebiscites on January 21 and on February 6. Among the proposed territory of BARMM are ARMM's Maguindanao, Lanao del Sur, Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi provinces, and the cities of Marawi and Lamitan, and 6 towns in Lanao del Norte, namely Baloi, Munay, Nunungan, Pantar, Tagoloan, and Tangkal. Also part of the proposed territory are 39 barangays in North Cotabato under the towns of Alyosan, Carmen, Cabacan, Midsayap, Pigkawayan, and Pikit, and the cities of Cotabato and Isabela in Basilan. Lanao del Norte and North Cotabato will vote separately on February 6 to decide if they will allow these areas to be part of BARMM. If the BOL is not passed on January 21, the February 6 plebiscite will be cancelled.
Experts say the vote of the youth will matter in the Bangsamoro plebiscite. Our George Kahila has talked to a peace group whose latest survey shows majority of the youth in the ARMM will vote yes to ratify the Bangsamoro Organic Law.
21-year-old Nahariza Baulo is a graduating student of Mindanao State University in Marawi City. Baulo says she'll go home in her hometown Malabang, Lanao del Sur this Monday to cast her vote in the plebiscite.
karamihan po talaga sa mga youth ngayon is 100% talaga na vote for yes. Kasi itatry namin talaga kung okay ba yung Bangsamoro Organic Law. So itatry lang namin kung okay ba siya yung agreement na yon.
Baulo says their knowledge about the BOL is mainly due to seminars and fora carried out in their school and information available on social media.
May mga nag-ano po ng program dyan regarding sa BOL, kung ano po talaga yung advantages ng BOL kung may pasa po yun.
A survey of Peace Group International Alert reveals majority of youth will vote yes to ratify the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Of the 382 respondents, the survey states 70.8% of young people aged 18 to 35 in the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao are in favor of the BOL. Lanao del Sur poses the highest number of youth who will vote yes for BOL with 100%. Maguindanao 88.5%, Tawi-Tawi 82.2%, and Basilan 51.2%. The group meanwhile mentions the increasing no votes from the youth in Sulu, Cotabato City, and Isabela City in Basilan.
It's really the next generation that will make this work. Etong mga nasa Bangsamoro ngayon, Transition Commission at saka yung authority will be there for a very short period of time. So the key is to harness the youth, to get them involved. Secondly, the youth are the targets of radicalization and recruitment. Third, obviously, because their numbers count. If you have 57% of the voting population within that range up to 35 years old, then they're very important.
The survey also shows that the youth sees poverty, terrorism, and corruption as among the issues of the BOL needs to address.
Pwede pong i-guide kami ng mga mas malaki po yung, kumbaga malaki yung knowledge nila sa Islam. Pwede pong i-guide nila po kami in a right way, in a right path po.
Baulo says it's important that they participate in Monday's plebiscite because, after all, their future depends on whatever the outcome will be. From Marawi City, George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.
A former cabinet official says the establishment of the Bangsamoro region will unlock the economic potential of the poorest area in the country. Former Finance Secretary and Foundation for Economic Freedom member Gary Teves says the additional funding for the new political entity will attract more investors.
Well, qualitatively at first, it will lead to further growth because there will be peace and security, or at least an improvement in peace and security. And then it's real that the government will be providing additional resources. And even in the Build program of the national government, 17.5% of the total projects will be allocated in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Well, you have agriculture. You have vast tracts of land there, and this land can be devoted to corn, cassava, and then you will have industries there because there will be the equivalent of the PESA in that area. And because of the peace and order, investors will now be encouraged to put in their investments. So it will be a combination of both industry and agriculture.
Mindanaoans are taking to social media to call for a peaceful plebiscite. This netizen says today is an important day for Cotabateños. He says, quote, "One vote can change someone's future." Another Twitter user says he is hoping for a lasting and genuine peace in the Bangsamoro after the voting. While this one tweets, "May the Bangsamoro plebiscite ends peacefully today." And before we go, check now on the weather. Moderate to heavy rains may prevail over some parts of the country due to tropical storm Amang. In its latest bulletin, Pag-asa says Amang changed its course and is now heading towards Leyte Samar area. The center of the tropical depression was last spotted in the vicinity of Giwan, eastern Samar. Expect moderate to heavy rains over eastern Visayas, central Visayas, and the Bicol region. Residents in these areas, especially those living in flood-prone and landslide-prone areas, are advised to be on alert and to coordinate with local disaster offices. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is up over eastern Samar, Biliran, Leyte, southern Leyte, eastern Bohol, northern Cebu, Surigao del Norte, and Dinagat Islands. Fisherfolk and those with small seacraft are advised not to venture out over the seaboards of these areas. Meantime, Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon, as well as areas where the Bangsamoro plebiscite is happening, expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to northeastern monsoon and localized thunderstorms. Meanwhile, Cagayan Valley, Aurora, and Quezon Province will have cloudy skies with light rains because of northeast monsoon or the hanging amihan. Meanwhile, Cebu Ports Authority has canceled some trips due to the bad weather. These are from Cebu to eastern Samar, Biliran, Leyte, southern Leyte, eastern Bohol, northern Cebu, Ormoc, and Camotes. CEBGO has also canceled flights from Manila to Masbate and vice versa. Some local government units in the Visayas and the Bicol region have also suspended classes due to bad weather.